Hello, everyone. My name is Pam Nakpil, and this is The Moving Truth with Pam. So today I'm very excited with our guest. I first met this young gentleman at Magma, where he was a student for our Skills Launch program.
That's
So
correct.
without further ado, and I will allow him to introduce himself, Mr. Zaw Nan. Zaw.
Hi.
I call him Z, by the way.
As a nickname.
Yeah,
yes.
that's my nickname.
My name is Zaw Nan. I've been living here almost 10 years.
10
Since
years.
2014.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Since then, I've been working and trying to live my best life
Oh.
in this beautiful country.
That's good.
Yes.
So, Zaw, where are you originally from?
It's called, well, Southeast Asia. The country name's called Myanmar. Also
Myanmar.
called as Burma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is the more correct name if you...
Well, it's the old name or the
New name. Okay, so Burma was the old name,
Burma was
right?
the old name. The new name, they changed the flag and everything, changed the
Okay.
country name, so it's called
Yeah.
Myanmar now.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
it's Myanmar.
Yes.
But what do you call the citizens of Myanmar now?
Burmese.
Burmese still.
Yes.
Okay. So you said you arrived here in 2014. You're very young. How old were you when you arrived?
I was almost 14.
14 years
Yes.
old. Okay, now 24.
Yes.
So explain to us how someone from Southeast Asia, from Myanmar, came to be in Canada. What brought you here?
Explain to you, what brought you to Canada? It's all living situation, right?
Yeah.
So we are all seeking for a better life to
Leave
bring-
Myanmar.
to leave Myanmar, because of the country situation was not great, and so what we had to do is either you leave or you just gonna live in a difficult situation there, right? If you
Okay.
don't work that day, you don't eat almost,
Wow.
right? So we had to leave a different country. So we try to support our relative, to our family
But-
member. Yes.
But when you left Myanmar, did you go straight to Canada?
No.
What were you doing before the move happened? Because I know you said, yeah, it's a political issue.
Yes.
But like, where were you at before you came to Canada?
I was in Malaysia for
Oh, you were in
almost.
Malaysia.
Yes. When I left my country when I was 11, almost.
11.
Yes. I moved to Malaysia because my parents are there. It's the nearest country to go
the border.
there to work and make some money,
Okay.
and to send back home. Easy to send back home, and it's cheap to go there, right? So yes, we moved there and after we moved there, then we joined a program called United Nations (UN),
Okay.
because that's the program help us out a lot to
Okay.
move to it's like when you come to Canada, there's like a newcomer program
Program.
help you to go to all this country situation, but over there they don't have it. They do the United Nations involved, so they help us, all the refugee family, to get a job and stuff like that. Yeah.
So when you were in Malaysia, you were considered a refugee family.
Yes.
Okay. So what were your parents doing in Myanmar when everything happened? What were their jobs? What were they?
Well, same occupation that we do right now is selling vegetable and selling
really?
meat. Yes.
So they sell. They
Yes.
used to do that
But
too.
my grandma grow them. They sell those. Yes.
Okay. So they grew some very agricultural.
Yes.
So they grow and sell.
Yes, ma'am.
So when the country situation deteriorated, you moved to Malaysia as refugees.
Yes.
What were your parents doing in Malaysia? The same thing?
No, it's Malaysia is a small country,
Country.
but they don't have a lot of land to grow, right? So,
True.
but we only focus on our customer service, like restaurant and
Oh.
serving food. Those
So you
those
had
are
to
all
work
the
in the service.
the only options available over there.
Okay.
Yeah, if you to get a good job like a mechanic or like some other like for example, carpentry, you need to have
Okay.
connection to get a job at.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. So how were you as an 11-year-old, 14-year-old feeling about what's happening? I know, when people are young, they don't seem to understand everything. But how were you taking all this? How were you feeling?
I was a kid. I was a kid, not well educated, not knowing anything, just moving there. There's a lot of my country people in Malaysia, right? So it's devastated, like more than
Modern.
Toronto. Yes. So
Yes.
what happened was like I still feel like home because a lot of Burmese people there, and of course, but I didn't have education or anything, so I don't know anything at that time as a kid. But I feel like okay, just to be living there with my family. That's why I'm happy about it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you didn't feel like you were having a hard time, or you were feeling like you didn't belong in Malaysia when you
Oh,
had to.
well, I was okay with living family because I was under protection of my parent. But there's one thing about my parents are the most afraid of is the police over in Malaysia.
Okay.
Yes, they can be very dirty. Oh, sorry. I don't want
Or maybe because of your situation.
Yes, because of course, they're doing their duty, right? They don't want every illegal people doesn't want to stay in their country, so they take them away. That's the most difficult situation about. And also, there's a lot population really crowded there, and a lot of crime rates. But I was staying home almost every day, almost the whole year.
But because the disadvantage though was you said you weren't studying then.
Yes, I wasn't
So
studying.
it was just like you were just a kid at home.
Yeah.
Okay. So this UN assistance of bringing you somewhere else because you were a refugee family, a Burmese refugee family in Malaysia. How did your parents learn about it? Would you know details about that? Like, were there a group of you that had to be transported somewhere? Did you have a choice?
Going to different second country, we call it, because you live in Malaysia as the first country, right?
Yeah.
As a second country, we don't have a choice. We are very lucky to have opportunity to come to Canada. The reason because there's a lot of thousand people wanted to go to second country.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where they want to. Doesn't matter where they can go. They want to go there to start a new life, to have a better life there to their children and to their loved one.
So there really wasn't a choice. It was just fortunate that you got to Canada.
Yes.
Were there other families that went with you in this move?
Yes, there's what they do. They move by one group.
Okay.
So there's some other Vietnamese or like a Philippine, some other.
Okay.
Yeah, from Laos. They come.
So are these all refugee families?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's not like we live in a refugee camp, but they give it to you like a permanent resident. So you can live in the Malaysia land
As a permanent
as a
resident.
permanent resident. Yes, but the population is very crowded, and people are stuck coming in. So they had to send to a second country, right?
Yeah, and opportunities are different.
Yes, you got
So-
to work very hard.
Yeah. So did you arrive in New Brunswick?
No.
14 years ago. Where did you first go?
Princess Edward Island.
Prince Edward Island. So did they just like put all the people who came with you in Prince
No,
Edward?
when we got to Toronto, they all go to separate way. It depends on our sponsor, who's there's a government's sponsor as well, but at the same time there's some
People.
church or
Oh,
some
wow.
people sponsor then help us to everything you need.
Settle.
Yes.
Okay. So when you settled in Prince Edward Island, where in PEI were you at?
Charlottetown.
Oh, at least it's the city.
Yes.
So
it
who supported you? Who was your sponsor when you got?
it was a church.
Okay,
Yes,
that's good.
there was a church. There's a lady who's organized
Wow.
this this program. Her name was Mary. She's diagnosed girl. She's so beautiful. She's so, and how to say it? So nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're still in touch with Mary?
Huh?
You're still in touch with Mary?
I'm sorry?
Mary, you're still,
Yeah,
you're still
Yeah, I
communicating
still have
with her?
contact with her.
Wow,
Yes.
that's nice.
Every holiday I've been call her. I go visit her. Yes.
Oh, that's nice. PEI is very near.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what did you do when you first came to PEI?
I went to school.
Oh,
They put me
wow.
in
So
school.
finally you got to school.
They
So
put me
how
in
was
school.
that for you? Not studying all your life and at 14,
And
suddenly you're studying. How did it feel?
it was overwhelming because I have zero English. Like I only speak hello,
Hello.
hi. That's it. From learning from a movie that I
Okay.
watch. So yes, that's it. And
Sure, I'm sure.
they put me in ESL class, which is a beginner class for every
English.
immigrant student. From there, I study hard, and
And you finished
I finished through
grade
high school, yes.
high school. So when did you move? What were your parents doing first in PEI?
For the first year, when we just settling, so there's no choice to do anything because their English is not doing great.
Okay.
Still not great. I mean, they're still okay.
I can talk
Yeah.
to your mom, so it's okay. So, but what did they do? What kind of jobs were? I mean, it's so difficult leaving your country.
Yes.
Now here with very, as you said, very little language skills. What can you do as a refugee family starting over in Canada?
What can you do?
Like, what were your
We
mom-
started with my parents started with where we live. There's close by. There's a grocery store. There's Chinese
Oh.
grocery store there. So my parents started working there after school there because she used to sell vegetable and she have experience.
So selling.
Selling. She good at selling. So
Okay.
the boss like her, and after a year later, then she start working there, and I was in school. Since I spoke English a little bit, I tried to apply for the fast food change.
Change.
Yes, that's where you have to start, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Easy, but they give you a lot of job experience.
Okay.
Yes.
When did you decide to move from PEI to here? And why?
We opened a business in PEI,
Okay.
and it was doing okay. Then the pressure over there is a lot for
In
us.
PEI?
Yes,
Wow.
because it's always only for my mother.
Okay.
I have a job.
Okay.
And my father has a job too. After 4 or 5 years later, then we decided to
To move.
seek a better opportunity to build the business. And we saw that Mountain doesn't have any Asian grocery store. There's an Asian grocery store, but a few. And we said, okay, we will try to open a business here to start from the ground again. So we started the business over there. Because over there, it's a small island, they
Small
have
island.
a few grocery store already. Then it's a lot of competition, right?
Yeah.
So we seek for somewhere easier for us. Then we tried it here. That's why we decided to move
Moncton.
here.
So this business that you opened here in Moncton, what's the name of it
It's called Mama Supermarket.
in Moncton? But
In
there's so
Moncton,
many
yes.
mamas.
That's
I
correct.
get
yes.
confused.
This is Mama Grocery. It's a Mama Change. That's
Okay.
most Arabic styles.
Yes.
They serve food and
Food.
grocery. We are more focused on Asian
Grocery.
Asian grocery and sometimes some African Jamaican
Yes, yes,
products.
I see.
We also carry those. But the main thing is fresh vegetable.
Oh yeah, I know.
We always bring every week 2 times. Bring it from all the way from Toronto, and yes.
Yeah, I like that part because some
Yeah.
of the vegetables that
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have back in Southeast Asia or in Africa are not available here.
It's
So
all imported, right?
yeah, so we're very happy that you do
Yes.
that. But was it hard doing all this without any experience really? I mean, your mom was selling back home, but it was more of like your grandmother plants and then your mom sells.
Yes.
But this one, you have to operate in, getting permits, getting all those. How easy or hard was it to do all those?
Every job is never easy. Always difficulty. That, but we all had to put our mind into it and keep on working, keep hard working, and the main thing is also have to service people, right? We don't serve, we don't sell vegetable. We try to serve our customer with the vegetable or some other grocery that you
Groceries.
need, like food. People have to eat food, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yes, that's our mindset. My mom teach me that. Yeah.
How your mom's a wise woman. So how long have you had this the Mama Supermarket in Moncton?
It's been over 3 years now.
3 years.
Yes,
Has it been that fast? I just
Yes.
remember it being open.
It is
Oh my
time fly. My son's a year now.
Oh,
He just
we'll go to that son in a while.
Sorry.
So now you have Mamas in Moncton, but you have just recently opened somewhere else. Where is it that you opened?
It's Fredericton.
Wow.
We opened new branch in the Fredericton because we see a lot of people
Potential.
from Fredericton all the way from a 2-3 hour drive, so they come to Mama. So we try to
Wow.
help
Also
them out a
serve the
little bit.
needs.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And I think there are also plans for expansion in Moncton as well.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
So how, kid, no schooling, nothing, just studied in Canada, graduated until high school. What has happened to you since then? Like, how has your life changed since you moved to Canada?
Well, people say hard work is pay off. You just have to work hard work. We just put 12 hours a day and make this life meaningful. Yes, that's all.
And now you're married.
Yes, engaged.
Engaged?
Yes.
Wow. Who is the lucky lady?
Her name is Josie Hibbert, and
Okay.
she's a Acadian. And yes, we met through work.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, how did this story come about? Which work are we talking about?
Well, not through work. I used always visiting her work because she used to work at the Burger King in Monroe.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You live near there.
Yeah, I live near there. Then when you're working long day, you don't have time to cook. Then you just stop by
So you-
fast food, and yes.
You owe a lot to Burger King then.
Yes, I did since I saw her.
And you have a son.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the plans for your son? I mean, I know you work hard, but like, how does it feel to be able to have someone now to look after?
I can't explain that feeling of that I have. It's how do I say it? I just had to work hard for his future, and whatever happen in the future, I just had to face for it.
Yeah.
Yes, but all I want is the best for my wife and for my fiance and for my kid. That's all I
That's-
want.
Yeah. Do you plan to introduce him to Myanmar stuff, like your history, your lineage?
Definitely, yes. I am going to bring him to my home
Someday.
country sometime when everything's going great. And
It's
yes,
a
I will
beautiful
teach him.
country.
It is beautiful country. It's
It is
very
a-
tropical.
I remember
and,
the Golden Pagoda, right?
Oh,
The
yes.
Golden Pagoda. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful country. I love having gone there.
Yes.
So what would you advise people coming here? I know you didn't have a choice,
Yes.
but it was a great, event that happened that brought you here. What would you advise people thinking of moving and whatever situations they face? What would you tell them about being in Canada?
Everywhere we stay, there's always good and bad. But this land, this Canada, this country here is land, I try to say it, land of opportunity. The more you work hard, the better life you're gonna have.
Yeah.
It's cold a little bit, but
What do you mean a little bit? It's
but
cold.
but it's people here very nice. They welcome you with a smile that will warm your heart. Even the cold won't stand a chance. Yeah.
So you never felt like you were
Not belong here. Nope, never.
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 That's good.
The moment I got to this country, this is my home.
Really?
Yes.
So
I'm
you
gonna die here.
It felt like that.
Yes.
We're all gonna die
Yes.
here. Yeah, but that's such a nice feeling. I mean,
Yeah.
for somebody who didn't know much about like what's happening in life
Yes.
because you were just a child when you came here.
Yes, ma'am.
So working hard is the key.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Never. I don't like studying either. So
Yeah.
yes, the only thing I can do is work hard.
Work
Yes.
hard.
Yeah.
So how do you see your life in the next 5 years?
Ooh,
What do you see for yourself?
I'll be running the big store.
You'll be
Yes,
running.
I'll be
with-
managing the big store, and planning to try to retire my parents because they've been working their whole life to get us a better life. Even they leave their parents back
Yeah.
home to give us a better life. So yes, I want to give it a better life before they have passed away.
Yeah.
Because that's the honorable thing I can do.
Mhm.
Yes.
You have a brother. What does he do?
He's also help out my family
Okay.
business, and also he's studying in UMB in
Wow.
Fredericton. Yes.
What does he study? Business.
Business. He studies for business, of course. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
But that's good. I mean, so this is home now.
This is
See,
home. Yes.
This is home now.
This is home.
So I love what you said that there is nothing impossible for
That's correct.
someone
Yes.
who works hard. Not no education, not no experience. As long as you work hard,
And be patient.
be patient because it's not.
Yeah. It's that you have to be patient. Yes, you work hard, but if you don't have patience, then you will build up stress, and it will give you a lot of headache. But
Yeah.
please be patient. Just then we'll work it out
Yeah.
someday.
Wow. I'm so amazed with your family. I have so much respect. I see how your parents are working so hard and you're working so hard too. So
Thank you, Pam.
thank you for being our guest for today.
my pleasure.
I really
It was-
appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Yeah, so with that, everyone, thank you. Z, I call him Z. It's my nickname for him. And with that, we'll see you at the next Moving Truth with Pam. Bye now.